The winner of the 2017 Open category is Faye Trebilceaux, and she's here with us right now. Welcome, Faye.
Thank you. Hello, Alan.
Your winning song is called Before Long.
Touché.
Can you tell us the story of the song?
I was at a recording studio with a couple of very talented people, Mark Watson, who is a sound engineer, and Anna Maria Lespina, who used to be a backing singer for Savage Garden. She has a superb voice. And she was leaving to go somewhere, and there was a lot of emotion between them. And I said, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to write you a song. Now, it never really became their song, but I don't know that they were all that interested because they had other things happening, big things. And I didn't expect them to, but I grew with that. I expanded on the concept, and that's it really. So Before Long was born.
Right. Okay. And what's the story? Is it a love story?
It's a story about a man. The lady is leaving,
Right.
and he was quite emotional about it. And I said, the hook is probably, I'll see you at the top before long. You do your thing, I'll do mine, and I hope we see again. But it seemed to be an emotional reason to write a song.
Yes. Yes. and how do you write? Did you sit down in front of a keyboard or a guitar, or does it all just happen in your head?
Mostly it happens in my head with the help of a keyboard, but I can't seem to separate a note from a lyric.
Mm-hmm.
I need to marry them instantly.
Right.
If the melody doesn't work with the lyric, then I'm not happy, because every lyric seems to have a note that belongs to it.
Right.
If that makes sense.
I know what you're saying. So do you do a lot of rewriting of your songs to make them perfect?
I try not to rewrite too much, because every time I do, I see more fault. I don't want to look too closely, but I do know that I try to avoid at all costs all prepositions and anything that isn't about love.
Right.
It's got to be a positive concept.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's sad to begin with, it finishes up with a top positive, optimistic overview.
Lovely.
If it's not like that, it's not working for Faye.
That's the way to do it. So tell us a bit about Faye. How long have you been songwriting, Faye?
I've been writing songs since I was about 6.
6.
6. I started writing little things like Mummy's Pudding and For Daddy, and anything that I saw with interaction with that touched me in some way, I would write about it.
Right.
And I've just been chipping away. But this wasn't done professionally, it was done at home in the country.
Right.
So the professional side of it didn't come until I started working at Channel 9 and doing the IMTs and the Vicky Hammond show and the Norm Spencer shows and Daily at Night and that sort of thing.
Right.
When I was cruising in around the traps then Arthur Young and his orchestra played a couple of my compositions, and Blue Topano. So it was about then that I aired them, if you like,
Right.
on television, and from that time on I was a bit more comfortable writing them professionally.
Yes.
A little bit. I'm never totally comfortable.
And how many of your songs have been on television then?
They have been. Yes, on IMTs.
Yes, I remember IMT.
So some of them have been.
Okay.
I remember on Channel 2 there was a big cricket match between England and Australia, and I think May was the captain of England.
Yes.
And I changed the lyrics of somebody else's song for the cricket. Willie May, was it Willie May? Anyway, he was captain of England. You're too young.
No, I guarantee I'm not too young. The only May I know is Brian May, but he played in Queen, didn't he?
But it was a bit of fun to be able to remove the lyrics from a famous composition.
Yeah.
Really. You remember that song of "Good Night"? If a good life seems to have missed us, and there's no kick thinking of Christmas, then keep your trouble. Wash your troubles away, something like that. And I changed all those lyrics for television for the cricket grand final. So it was a bit of fun to do that. But normally I don't work with another person, but just recently, more recently, I've been working for a musician, not for him, but he says, "Faye, please write me some lyrics and to this melody," and so I do that. And sometimes vice versa, I'll throw him a poem, which I love doing. I love writing poetry.
Yes, I can tell.
And so I give him some lyrics.
Okay.
And that's a bit of fun. But that's about what I'm doing at the moment, not so much of it.
Yes. And
I entered this because I didn't want to drown. You know, fading away is not a good thing.
No, it's a lovely song, and what you're saying about co-writing is correct. You don't have to be in the same room anymore with the internet. You can be on the opposite side of the world. Somebody can play you a tune over the internet, and you can think, oh, okay, I'll write these lyrics. It's quite a brave new world, isn't it?
It is, and interestingly enough, unfortunately, my son died not so long ago, and I put that song to a video for him.
Oh, did you?
So the lyrics can be adaptable.
Yes.
I'll see you at the top before long.
Yes.
And I wear my... do you happen to notice what I'm wearing on my sleeve? My heart is hanging out to dry. So I think the lyrics can be used for different reasons. I think that's important, to be able to touch somebody's heart. If it's not doing that, it doesn't work.
So you've had quite a bit of background in songwriting. Where do you think you're going now? Are you happy to keep songwriting, or would you like other people to sing your songs?
I know this sounds rather silly, but I don't feel that I'm at the same stage that a lot of younger people are at. So I prefer to write songs that suit film. I'd like to write songs as a theme, which can have more old-fashioned romantic overtones. And I don't think there's as much of that now. That they're a lot faster.
Yes.
That's my perception. I might be very wrong, but I'm a bit old-fashioned.
I think Before Long would be great as a movie theme, don't you?
Thank you.
Thanks very much, Faye.
Thank you.
Faye Trebilceaux.
I got to thinking where I would be without you, my friend. I got to thinking how I will be without you, my friend. I remember all the times you have been there for me, knowing I was reaching for the moon. Oh, we both understand what the other wants to be, but moving on has come so soon. I've gotta be going now. notice what I'm wearing on my sleeve. My heart is hanging out to dry. Did you happen to notice I have something in my eye? When I'm lingering on a strong cappuccino, or I'm tinkering with the song you know we know, then I'll toss you a prayer, it'll find you anywhere. I've gotta be going now, I've got to leave. Did you happen to notice what I'm wearing on my sleeve? My heart is hanging out to dry. Did you happen to notice I have something in my eye? Play, play, play your music while I sing, sing, sing my songs. Go on, play, play, play your music, and I will see you at the top before long. I've gotta be going now, I've got to leave. Did you happen to notice what I'm wearing on my sleeve? My heart is hanging out to dry. Did you happen to notice I have something in my eye? When I'm lingering on a strong cappuccino, or I'm tinkering with the song you know we know, then I'll toss you a prayer.